Show here from Rice Stadium.
I'm going to test this microphone. 1, 2, 3. How's that sound? All right, we got a special guest here at halftime tonight, and a really special treat for me. Mike, we've known each other a long time.
Yes, we have. Yes, sir.
It's good to have you on here. Let's talk a little bit. Mike Massey, athletic director at Alvin ISD. Let's talk a little bit about Manvel, the success they're having. But there's a lot of other successes going on in Alvin ISD right now too, isn't there?
Absolutely. You know, first of all, I appreciate you giving the opportunity to talk about Alvin ISD because it's a great school district academically and athletically, and all our fine arts programs are just tremendous. So we're very successful, and we're excited about it, and we're growing. You know, our district has about 22,000 students. We're looking at opening up our 6th junior high next fall, and then in 2016 we'll open up our 3rd high school on Shadow Creek. But you know, Alvin had a real good football season for the first time since 2006. They had a 5-5 season and making some progress there. Robert Wilcox brought him in from Kingsville and is doing some great things there, getting the numbers up. You know, we probably had 250 players out there this year, and you and I both know, Coach Lynch, that you got to have those numbers to be able to build some things. And then our volleyball team made the playoffs, and I guess that's about 3 or 4 years in a row for them. So a lot of great things happening over at Alvin High School, and our basketball programs are starting to, girls basketball programs have some success, and the boys are building upon it as some success as well. But, you know, Manvel, since 2006, they haven't looked back. You know, we've been fortunate to have a state championship girls basketball team. The football team made it to the, I guess it was 2010 state championship game against Toledo. The boys basketball team made it to regional quarters, and then other sports, baseball, softball, have all made the playoffs. In fact, every sport at Manvel High School has made the playoffs since 2006.
Let's talk about that, because Manvel made the transition from, well, what was 4A to 5A, now 5A to 6A, with it not even a bump in the road, did they?
Well, you know, that's the thing about it. First of all, you got to give a lot of kudos to our administration. Daryl Alexander was our first principal, and he kind of got it rolling. Charlotte Liptak stepped right in and kept it going, and has done a great job of building the success in all our programs. But Coach Martin and his staff out there, Kirk did a great job of hiring. He's been our only head coach out there at Manvel High School, and he did a great job of hiring assistant coaches. He did a great job of hiring head coaches, and it's allowed us to make that transition from the 4A to the 5A to the 6A.
Yeah. Well, and numbers, and talk about the junior highs. How many junior highs are in Alvin? You said it a while ago, and you're adding another one?
Yes, sir. Currently we have 5 junior highs, and we're opening up our 6th junior high August of 2015. And it's just, you know, we're averaging growth-wise about 800 students a year, which is the size of the elementary campus.
That's fantastic. Coach, it was a pleasure. Enjoyed having you. Best of luck. You betcha. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How's that?
to the Cy Woods fight song. The Cy Woods Crimson Cadets are under the direction of Laura Riley Gregory and Ashton Rochelle. The Cy Woods Wildcat Band and Color Guard is under the direction of Michael Vasquez, Kevin Wood, Sinjin Casillas, and Kendrick Stowler. The cadets and band would like to thank the faculty and staff at Cy Woods for their continued support of the program. Go Wildcats! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the field for your halftime enjoyment. The pride of Manvel High School, the Majestics dance team. Of Elaine White and Heather Williams. The Majestics dance officers are Lieutenant Sierra Jackson, Turner, Colonel Emily Havens, and Colonel Ariana Jefferson. Social committee members are Spirit Leader Carmel Phipps, Historian Caitlin Roberts, Secretary Kennedy McCray,
Vice President Ceciline Geraldo, and President Tierney Nance. Tonight we will perform a palm routine to Hawaii 5-0. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field for your halftime enjoyment, the award-winning Mighty Maverick Marching Band. Field direction is under drum majors Marco Amaya, Marissa Salinas, Lauren Parks, and Lynn Lamb. The Mighty Maverick Marching Band would like to feature their color guard in a flag routine to Don't Stop the Music. Ladies and gentlemen, please get on your feet and join the band and move to the Cupid Shuffle. Maverick Band in a performance of the Manvel Flight Song, and Go Mavericks!
Captain.
All right. It's a Cy Woods concrete jungle. These guys are making a lot of noise, a lot of spirit here tonight. Okay, now guys, tell me, look, we're just one touchdown behind. You guys got to scream where they can hear you. What do we need to do? Let's go! All right, what's your name?
Alex.
And yours?
Molly. I have a name too.
What? Well, then tell me your name.
Addie.
Okay, one more time. Let's hear it from the concrete jungle.
Yeah!
All right, guys, that's a concrete jungle. All right, we're here with some of the Manvel cheerleaders here tonight. You guys have done a great job so far. We're, what, 7 points up? Let's get some names right here.
Clarissa Gonzalez, Deja Polite, Victoria Guzman, Ray Jean Cortez, Kiara Spates, Monica Banda, Kennedy Martin, Brianna Schatz, Kelsey McClary Davis, and Diamond Dixon.
All right, now listen. We're only 7 points up. You guys are going to have to do some kind of cheer. When these guys coming out can hear you. Is there a favorite cheer you guys do? Red,
red, red.
All right, let's hear it then. Look right over there at the camera and let's hear red, 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 or whatever it is.
Yell it out! Yell it out! Yell those Maverick colors out! Red, 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 red! Blue, 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 blue. Yell it out! Yell it out! Yell those Maverick colors out! Red, 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 red! Blue, 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 blue. Yell it out! Yell it out! Yell those Maverick colors out! Red, 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 red! Blue, 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 blue.
You guys got the whole stadium doing it. Very good. Good luck tonight, girls.
All right, Gerald McNeil, Manvel 28, Cywood 21. Nothing less than we thought it was. What
Nothing
a shootout,
less.
other than the ball has been put on the ground
That's
three
correct.
times and 2 times. So this is something that we thought early in the game. In the first 2, both were in key places. Cywood was going down to score to go up 21-14, turn the ball over. Manvel drove it down the field and went ahead 21-14 instead. And then on a possession on the other end of the field, same thing. Manvel put the ball on the ground.
Exactly. Remember, it was 28-14 when they put the ball on the ground, or they had a chance to make it 35. So,
yes,
like you're saying, a game of turnovers. You know what I'm interested to see? We talk about it all the time, Bert. Let's look at the adjustment that these teams are going to make going into the second half, because obviously both offensive, teams have been very exciting thus far. So, look like the Mavericks have broken the tunnel and coming out of the helmet there.
And Gerald, we called the game earlier today. Katy Tigers won 63-20 today against Dawson, and that's where the winner of this game next week. The winner of this game, that's where they're headed. So a lot going on around the area. Some really, really big games tomorrow. And so the playoffs will be in the 4th round. And here comes in Cywood Wildcats.
All right, now listen, remember you said, the one interesting thing, and we got to think back now a little bit. Manvel won the toss to begin the game, but you remember they decided to take the ball and then not defer to the second half. That's going to mean that Cywood, is going to get the ball here to start the beginning of the second half, and that's going to be real key, especially being down by 7 points.
And Cypress Ranch today knocked off North Shore 31-27, and I know North Shore was leading that game, a lot of that game, so that was a big win for Cypress Ranch today. Looking at Temple upset Ridge Point 38-35. And George Ranch High School continues its roll over Bryan 48-13. Tomorrow we have Dickinson and Cy-Fair right here from Rice Stadium. Crosby's taking on Brenham at Wood Forest Bank. So a lot of good football games tomorrow to come here too.
You know, we had already said that, Nick Hopper is, he's been very elusive. We already kind of knew about King. We've had him before. But, he's already, like we said, we had 19 touchdowns to begin this game, and another 20 by rushing too. So, he's going to be a threat on both sides of the ball there, whether he's running it or passing it. He's going to be a key force here. So let's look and see what these defenses do to kind of offset. I don't know. You think we might get a lot of, 8, 9-man fronts? I think that's going to be a way to slow them down a little bit. But, I mean, you really take your chances when you do that. You really do. And we look like the Mavericks are getting set up to, take on the second half kickoff here.
Mark, who do we have back here to return this kick? C.J. Jones back there, and who else is back there with him?
Like Jordan Johnson, number 1, is going to be back there also.
C.J. right there gets a block, breaks a tackle. He's got a seam. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. One man to breaks the tackle right there. Wow. And that was exactly what Cy Woods was looking for.
Boy, I have been exciting doing this game. I've seen punt returns. I've seen kickoff returns. If you're a special teams man, you're excited to watch this game because the special teams have been electrifying.
C.J. Jones on a great return right there. Ball going to be placed down right there at the 44-yard line, and that's where Cy Woods will have their first possession here of the third quarter. Hooper takes the snap right there, hand it off, straight up middle. Got a hole right there, Gerald. Breaking a tackle. Whoa, going to run into the back as a receiver who was out there making a block right there.
Oh, it's good to be young. You hear me? I know Ted is sitting there. He's laughing because he got bent back like an arrow, and he gets right up. And I can remember, normally that's some kind of hyperextended knee, looks like, but he got up, and here we go, ready for the second down.
Harmon did a nice job there picking up 8. Hooper takes the snap, handoff right up the middle again. Bottled up, he breaks to the outside, gets the edge. Going to pick up 7 on that play, and that once again shows the speed of these backs.
Wow, number 52. Listen, I mean, he was right there. Number 52, Stephen Scott, had him in the backfield, and he just spun out for a big game.
Takes the snap, read option here, pitches it out there. Got a good block out there by his wide receiver right there. And C.J. Jones going to pick up about 5 yards, going to bring up a second down and 5. Ball going to be placed down right there at the 24-yard line. Kaboosh on the tackle there. Takes the snap. Hooper keeps it, cuts back. He's got a lane right there. Breaking tackles, 10, 5. Going to make it down to the 4-yard line. What a solid run there by Hooper. Broke back, cut completely back against grain right there.
And the spin move on the free safety was a treat to see.
Hooper takes it here. Read option, going to lose his footing there and go down around the 8-yard line. So second down and goal here from the 8, and that's where the Wildcats.
We got to keep our eye on Hooper because, he injured his left ankle, and he's been hobbling a little bit. It hadn't stopped him, it hadn't slowed him down, but we just got to keep our eye on him because, he's involved in every play.
Absolutely is. Hooper takes his snap, got some time there. A ton of time. Going to break out of the pocket right there. Going to cut back. Woo, what a hit right there. Wow.
Boy, that's going to be number 18, Kyle Trest, on the stop. But I'm going to tell you.
And more importantly, Hooper bounces back to his feet right there.
Hooper is a gamesman.
Derek Tucker on that tackle. All right, big play right here. Going to have a 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Looks like they're going through their progressions here. Hooper takes the snap. Wanted that quick pass right there. Going to still stay on his feet right there. Rolling out. Wow, lost his footing, or I think he would have scored right there. But here's more importantly, Gerald, we're not even going to guess what you do. Looks like they're going to send out the field goal unit here.
Points are valuable in this game.
They are.
You know, we talked about that when we saw the Brilliant game a couple of weeks ago. You got to make sure you get points because these offenses are going to be scoring. You're going to obviously get a chance to get another touchdown later on in the game.
And without a doubt, if it was on the 2, might be a different decision here. But
that's correct.
Lost back to the 6-yard line, fourth and goal from there.
He lost his footing, or I thought he would have scored too, Bert.
Luis Reyes with the kick. It's good, and that's going to make it Manvel 28, Syewood 24.
That will bring the score, Manvel 28, Syewood 24.
Download the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Follow your team, get live scores, plus make game picks. And it all links up with Facebook and Twitter. Change the way you watch high school football. Download for free the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas. And only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Gerald, I do want to send a shout out to my crew at TexanDrive.com.
They did a good job, Bert. Let me tell you.
26 new cars today, so undoubtedly some of this advertising's working. People realize where they can go get a great deal. TexanDrive.com.
Listen, you know, let's talk a little bit about you haven't gotten a chance to kind of brag on yourself a little bit.
No,
you know,
no
I
need
always
for that.
kind of tell you, man, you've done a fabulous job with TexansLive.com. And, you know, getting an opportunity, like I said, and partner up with Fox Sports Net, that has just been awesome.
Going to be a pooch kick right here. Going to be a call for a fair catch. Ball's going to be taken right there at the 37-yard line.
All right, that is Devon Perryman, you know, number 21. He's already got one big score in, so well, now we get a chance to see what the Mavericks are going to do. This is going to be their first possession. And, you know, to be honest, the Wildcats have done a good job keeping them off the field until now.
Here we go, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. King in the backfield here. Takes a snap, quick throw out here to Hemphill Maps. Going to make a cut right there, still on his feet. Going to gain about 8 yards right there. Ball going to be placed down at the 45-yard line.
Good. He looked like he was forced out by number 32, and I think that's going to be Shane Lawless. We've been calling that name quite a bit.
Second down, Manvel.
Derek King in a gun here. Hands off straight up the middle. What a big run right there by Mr. Clay. Waylon Clay running north and south right there. Going to gain about 8 yards.
69, Morgan Cosin with the stop.
Snaps it right there. Got a hole right there. Breaking tackles, and he's going to pick up, we'll call it 6 yards right there, and bring up a second down and 4. Good hard run downhill right there.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of Clay this game, and, you know, he's been a stud for them. He's got over, 10 touchdowns, so it look like they're going to try to get him some work starting the second half here.
King in the pistol here, man up on the outside. They drop back and press coverage. He has time. Wide open receiver right there. And not quite sure what this flag's going to be about, but there is a flag on the play. I don't know. He was awful open there, so it may have been offensive pass interference. Be interesting to see what this call is.
That was my first thought, too, when you're that wide open. Looked like the defender, had stumbled or was pushed down, so, you really don't know. It could be, it can go either way.
Well, looks like Manvel's backing up here, so it is going to be offensive pass interference. I thought there was a lot of separation right there, so that will move them back.
Offensive pass interference on the outfit. Replay, second down.
15 yards, so that's going to bring up a second down in about 19. Ball going to be placed down at the 42. Once again, these distances don't mean much with these offenses. King takes a snap, quick out throw here. Great pursuit by Cypresswood. Wow, that was a host of Wildcats there on that tackle, Gerald.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, the Mavericks are so explosive. What you have to do is just kind of wait, and they've got a lot of defenders there.
Good job of maintaining them there, making them cut back to the inside of the field there where he had his teammates helping him out. Trips to the right, one to the left. King takes the snap. Going to set up a screen here. A lot of blockers out front. Going to break a tackle. And once again, 3rd and 18 don't mean nothing, Gerald.
Boy, that's the second time we've seen, almost 3rd down with, almost 20 yards to go. And, to get a chance to pick that up. I mean, that's just impressive by the Mavericks offense.
And like you said, Clay getting into this possession here. King takes snap. Going to be a quick throw out here to number 2. Wow, nice tackle right there.
What a great open field tackle for Bronson Powers. The one thing you have to do with with those, you have to take your shot. So he didn't wait on him. He made his shot, going for the legs there. So good job by Bronson.
And Hayden still managed to pick up 2 yards there. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8. King takes a snap here, a little low. Bobble, but holy cow. He picks the ball up the ground right there, Clay.
Well, yeah,
and instead of falling on it, he does what we said you're not supposed to do.
Pick it up.
Turns it into a 16-yard run.
Yeah, Clay is really trying to get involved. Like I said, they kept him quiet in the first half. And, he's been very productive this year. So
We had a fumble Ruski play, but that's not what that was. That was a little bit of luck on their side.
Just like I draw it up. Just like I drew it up.
Fake right there. King's going to keep it himself. Got the outside. Wow, nice tackle by the safety right there.
Listen, Bronson Powers, I mean, that is a great one-on-one. We have yet to see many people tackle him like that in the open field, so that was a great one-on-one defense there to get him down.
Because there was absolutely nobody behind him. Looks like somebody's going to call a timeout here. Cypresswood calls a timeout. We're going to stay right here. We're not going to go to break this time. We got Mr. Ted Johnson here in the studio with us, so we're going to stay with him. Gerald, kick it away. Ted, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing here tonight.
I like that. Yeah, Ted, just kind of explain, we talked about, you grew up and everything, so just tell us a little bit about what you see.
Well, I tell you, I got to be honest with you. This is another level of high school football. They're just, the way they go up and down the field, they're just big, strong, fast, and they're in both offenses look very competent, very efficient. The execution, considering how fast the pace is pretty impressive to me.
It is, and you know why it's also impressive? Because you don't get a chance to work, with the young men like we used to. Because, our particular coaches, trust me, we be out there till dark, in high school. And now you only get a chance to work a certain number of hours each and every week. So that even makes it more impressive.
Yeah, it is. It's just the thing that jumps out is the speed at which they're operating on both sides of the ball. That's the first thing you see.
Oh, there's no doubt. Well, look like we're back from break. King's going to take the snap. It's going to be thrown. Look like that's the – boy.
There you go.
That's Gary. That's Gary Hinton again. And it was just a wide receiver screen, but he did have 2 excellent blocks out there. One by Deontay Anderson from the wide receiver, and he was able to really just take it up the stream there. But looked like that's another play that was called, like we're seeing from the sideline, Ted. And the offensive coordinators do a wonderful job of just designing plays and getting the ball into the hands of their playmakers.
Yeah, well, Gerald, you said it already. Both the coordinators on both these teams are very creative in how they do it, and it's incredible how fast these kids can process what's going on. And as a defensive player, me playing middle linebacker, be able to diagnose the plays that are coming at you that fast, that's not an easy task.
That's not an easy task at all.
And I didn't go to high school here in the state of Texas, so I never really understood. I always hear about high school football here in Texas, but just being here, I got to be honest with you, I've never seen anything like it.
Boy,
I don't mean to be,
I go on the flip side of that. I went up to Cleveland those years, and I called some games up there. For the high school, I got a chance to do that. And you know, I would always.
Well, they know how to play
about
football
high
up there in
school.
Ohio too now.
They play. They're growing big.
Oh,
but I'm gonna tell you now, you're not gonna see a lot of that speed like that.
It's
we
funny.
we didn't see that, but they are awesomely big up there.
Two of my favorite guys I played with the linebacker coach here for the Texans, Mike Vrabel, who's from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes,
Okay,
I know,
and then Larry Izzo, he's assistant coach with the Giants. He's from the Woodlands, and they would get into it all the time about who's a better state. Football, is it Ohio or is it Texas? And Gerald, every single time when they get an argument over which state was the better football state, Texas or Ohio.
You know, it's an interesting task there. You know, number 15, and that's going to be Zachary Duncan. Well, he did a spin move, and everybody stopped. I mean, I was up here. It looked like he was down, but he must have caught his hand down on the ground.
Kept his balance, stayed up.
He was not whistled dead, okay? So that ball is going to be all the way down to the Maverick, about 17-yard line. What?
There is a flag,
though.
Oh,
we
right
do
there,
have.
Gerald,
We've got laundry on the field.
35-yard line right there.
Okay, we got to kind of see what the laundry's about.
I'll finish my story real quick. So Mike Vrabel, who's from Ohio, Larry Izzo, who's from the state of Texas, would always get into it debating which is the better football state. And the way Mike Vrabel is the linebacker coach here with the Texans, always said, he ended his argument with this: tell me where the Football Hall of Fame is. Boom! It's in Canton, Ohio.
In Canton, Ohio.
So that was his ending argument.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to remember that. That's pretty good because it's right there in Canton. Wow. Well, the flag was on the Mavericks, so that's going to be picked up. They're going to decline that. They're going to take that ball 1st and 10 and look like we're going to go all the way down to about the 12-yard line. We want to talk about short field. You know, we get a chance for the Wildcats, you know, to take advantage of this great field position they've got. It's kind of like what you're saying there. You know, for Hooper to get a chance to take that, he sees that defensive end coming at him, and that defensive end was hard. And to take that shot, but like he said, he's processed on that give. It was amazing.
And here's the thing: as fast as these guys are moving, if you read your keys will always—they never lie to you. You always follow your keys.
Well, we've got a touchdown. We got a little bit of we got some laundry that is down on the field, but I think that's going to be offside by the Mavericks. They might have been in the neutral zone. There we go. So the touchdown is going to be good. And it's kind of like you're saying, you know, for these quarterback receivers, running backs, offensive linemen, linebackers, you know, you really have to be so keyed up on your reads.
Yeah.
And you brought that. That's a great point.
He's never lying.
Because your keys in, you know, he's looking at. And so if I see that, if he's coming to me, that's a give all day long.
That's it.
Oh, man, that is something to see. Well, we're going for two here. Wow, we went to.
That's a great play to
That is a
run
great
on that
design.
on the 3-yard like that. It's always difficult to stop any kind of play action pass because you have no room for error when you're that close to the goal line.
That's correct.
Linebackers suck up on the play action. They hit the tight end right over their head.
Okay, all right then. Well, listen, we'll be right back. We'll go to break. All right, listen, we're back here live coming to you from GalleryFurniture.com Stadium. And look like the Wildcats are getting ready to kick off again.
What an awesome environment for high school football here. What a great venue here at Rice Stadium.
Look at
downtown in the backdrop. Beautiful night out, perfect weather for it. The bands are out here. You got the cheerleaders, good stuff.
Oh, well.
I've never seen anything like that, Gerald.
Yeah, what happened is it looked like he was finna try to pooch it again. And it's almost kind of like what Bert and I were talking about. Sometimes you just, you know.
Wow. Try and get too cute, maybe.
He's getting too cute because he has the option. He's reading the defense, just like being that kicker. Rayos is such a good kicker. I guarantee you that the coaches give him the right to look up and line up to where, you know, he sees the defense, and he missed the ball, completely missed the ball, which is going to give, listen, it's going to
great
give.
field position.
It's going to give the Mavericks already at the 35-yard line.
Well, I've noticed, Gerald, that they don't kick the ball deep down in the end. They try pooch kicks. They try an angle pick. They try and directional kicks.
All right, King's going to take the snap again. He's going to fire, and I think that's going to be Gary Haynes again, number 2. And listen, that's just one great strike. And, you know, getting back to your point, they don't kick it deep because such of these great, dangerous return men, but, like, sometimes you just got to kick it off. Just, you know, relying on your coverage team to make a play.
Yep.
All right, King's going to take the snap again. He's going to fire. Ooh, it's deep over the middle. He put a little bit of extra oomph on that one.
You know, I'm impressed with both quarterbacks. The ball comes out fast. There's a lot. They're very decisive with it. You don't see them hesitating. That's the impressive part. That ball, they pull the trigger fast.
Oh yeah, and I think a lot of that, like we say, has to do with all that 7-on-7 practice.
Yeah.
King's going to take it. Look like he's going to hand off, and that's going to be the number 21, and I think that's Devon Penniman.
21 Penniman.
Well, he had a great run in the second quarter, and he's loaded through that hole.
You know, this is about the 3rd time we've had him, and interesting, we don't see him in the backfield a lot, and they keep him fresh, but, you know, they do rotate a lot of backs in, but I would just have to, I know he's a junior, I'd probably have to get him on the field.
I would give him.
I think I'd have him
on the field. You got to feed him the rock a little bit more. I think, I tell you what, he looks like he's got something to him.
Man, what a dangerous pass, and that's Shine Dykes, number 6, and he made the catch, but boy, I mean, the Wildcat defender was all draped on his back, and it was just actually a great catch.
You know what blows me away? I mean, you see elements of what these offenses in high school are doing here in Texas, and you see it, these elements going up to the college level and then up to the NFL level.
It is magnified.
That's the impressive part. NFL teams are using what some of these high school teams are doing.
What a sensational catch. That's going to be, the catch is made by Gary Haynes. It's out of bounds, but how about the presence of mind to try to keep both feet in, you know, and then stretch out, but just a little bit too close to the sideline.
Yeah, just ran out of real estate right there. Threw it into double coverage. It was a nice throw.
Actually, I was like, what is he doing throwing that ball? Because it was in the double coverage. Well, 3rd down and 10. King's going to take it. Oh, it's an intended target. It's going to be Hemphill, number 5, Reggie Hemphill. And I thought at first they said it hit the turf, but it looked like they're going to give him.
They don't have challenge flags in high school.
They don't have challenge flags in high school.
Run the play.
Boy, it was tight.
Hand off. Look at that. Too easy.
Penniman right up the gut.
Too easy.
You know, and back, you know, we talk about that a lot, but that was a deep comeback throw. That ball is thrown to a spot, and that's where that receiver is supposed to be.
And you know what?
And it ended up, you know,
Gerald looked like he threw the ball before he even made his cut.
Yeah, it really did.
It's
impressive.
Trusting your receiver. That's trusting your preparation.
Very impressive. It's kind of interesting you say that because the extra point is good. I think one of the things that we may see Ted coming in the future is just giving the high school coaches a couple of challenges. All right, well, listen, we're going to be right back. We're going to go to break, Ted, and we'll be right back.
Buy a new Ford truck today at Big Star Ford and get a free Yeti cooler. How about an F-150, $11,000 off or $299 a month and a free Yeti cooler. Huge discounts, most for your trade, 0% financing, and a free Yeti cooler. $14,000 off F-250s. That's an F-250, $14,000 off or $399 a month. Or how about shop 24/7 BigStarFord.com. Just 10 miles south of downtown Houston on 288. You drive, we listen.
Coming here from Rice Owls Stadium. And listen, Ted, I want you to comment one other thing that you had said a little bit earlier. You know, they're getting a little cute on the kickoffs.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen so many that's pooched up in the air?
No.
You know, from the kicker standpoint.
It's and this is kind of what you're hoping for, Gerald, is maybe a ball that gets a funny bounce like that, or what they do that for is they hope that somebody that catches the ball is someone who's not used to catching the ball.
Yes, sir.
Lineman or linebacker.
Hooper's taking it, and he is really hobbling. And but boy, there's a lot of fight in that kid. You know, he can take. I mean, it looks to me.
Nick Cooper with a carry.
Yes, yes.
26. Leonard Owens making the stop.
It really looked like he's that left, that left ankle, and I can tell it looked like he's got it, heavily taped again. And you know how the game goes. The later the game goes, and those ankles start to, Yeah, you're right. Well, we've got the punt. Look like it's going to be a short punt. The Mavericks going to choose to let it bounce. It looked like it's going to roll dead and fall dead around the 41-yard line.
You know, this is where the Wildcats have got to dig deep on this defensive side of the ball. With 1:22 to go here in the third quarter, down by 10, 42-32. This game is far from over, but they need to get a stop here and give their offense a chance to get back out here on the field, because they're in a position right now where, you just don't want to really give up any points right now. Quick pass out here to Hemphill Maps. Got a blocker out front. Nice job. Nice pursuit by the defense there to close on that.
That's number 88. Have we called that name quite a bit? Bronson Powers. I mean, he has been all over the field.
And Nick Bailey out there also. Nick Bailey did a nice job of fighting off the blocker out there and making that play turn back inside and not giving the outside edge there.
Yeah, like you said, the Wildcats are going to, rely on their defense here to kind of keep them and keep things kind of in check here as we kind of wind down a little bit in the third quarter.
King in the gun by himself here, trips to the right, 2 to the left. King takes the snap, quarterback draw straight up the middle, big hole right there. Wow, what a move right there. Cuts back the inside, still on his feet. Derek King. Wow, and wow.
It's just, they go look like both of the quarterbacks go to the same school. They've been taught around. Their moves and their spin moves, like I said, I wasn't spinning in high school. I do know that for a fact, okay, Bert? I can remember that.
Well, they're definitely spinning and running downhill. Back to quick action here. Going to pick up about 4 on that. Look like going to be thrown out to number 4, Alexis Austin out there. And so we're going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Ball going to be placed on the 22-yard line.
All right, right, number 31, Wade Carson on the stop. And once again, they're backed up a little bit. And
3-yard gain, second down.
They get another playoff right before the quarter ends. Going to be another strike right there.
I already know who that hit is. Boy, that hit is number 88.
But Alexis Austin with a great catch right there. Good concentration. Hold on to the ball, and that's going to give the Manvel Mavericks a 1st and 10 when we come back. Ball's going to be placed on 11. Here we go, Gerald. 12 minutes to go, and we will go to break.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all vying to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Gerald, Manvel 42, Cywood 32. 12 minutes to go in this ball game. And Manvel on a solid drive right here. Score a touchdown. In most scenarios, you'd say down by 17. That means in this game, I don't feel that way. Manvel needs to score a touchdown to keep possession for possession where they're 10 clear, because that's the kind of ball game we've had here tonight. King in the pistol, hands off right up the middle right there, breaks a tackle. He's going to get him for a touchdown.
I thought Clay would get involved. I told you, listen, I think he went in the locker room, saw his name not being called, and he just looked like he's been running with a force, when he came out for the second half.
Well, as I said, that took 6 seconds here to make Manvel with 48, Cywood 32. Good snap, good hold, kick is on the way. And that one's good. So, Manvel 49, Cywood 32, 11:54 to go in the ball game.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Well, Gerald, as I said, Manvel's got 49 on the board, Cywood 32. Normally you'd think the Wildcats would be in a bad position here, but, without doubt, with 11:54 to go in this ball game, this is where the Wildcats need to get a touchdown here, or at worst, at least 3 on this next possession, because the way that the Mavericks have done on offense here, basically the whole game, the odds of them not scoring at least one more time here in this ball game. So Cywood is going to have to play from this point on almost a perfect ball game. Little pooch kick right up the middle right there. Fair catch called at the 35-yard line right there, Gerald.
And listen, one of the things that you say, the offensive coordinators on both teams have done a fabulous job tonight. Well, guess what? The offensive coordinator for the Wildcats right now, he has to help Hooper, okay, because he's a little banged up. All right, so we got to be, selective in the play selection, put him in the, successful situation. So I'm looking to see him, and it's really going to rely on the play selection there, because the kid is not coming out of the ball game.
Nice job by Lawless there. We got Hooper in the gun here. Takes his man, moves straight up the middle. Going to throw the ball quick right there. Going to be a strike there. Going to gain about 6 yards on that play. Ball going to be placed down at the 41-yard line. Number 5, Jared Taylor on the reception there.
Hooper took a quick drop, got the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, they're going to go quick here. You can guarantee that. Play action, has time. Good pursuit right there. And he's going to be sacked for about a 5-yard loss. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Ball going to be placed down right there around the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was B.J. Ojo, but clearly, not making any excuses. But we can tell that Hooper is kind of hobbling, because he's been running away from a lot of defenders in that last instance.
Takes a snap here. Big-time rush right there coming. Nice job of getting away from it. Throws the ball down the field. Is that ball going to hit the turf, Gerald?
Well, we couldn't tell, but it looked like I thought he might have caught it.
No,
the pass is incomplete.
That ball's going to be incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 yards, and we will go to injury timeout break here.
We have broken the sound barrier and pioneered new paths to space. But where is that new frontier? What barriers will we break next? Every day, we are given the opportunity to sign our name to history. Just close your eyes and look inside. You are that new frontier. I'm General Mark Welsh. These are my heroes, and we are American Airmen.
Cerna is a local, family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
You know, Gerald, what a legend right there. It took the time to come out of here. Teddy 3-Ring Johnson,
How about that?
You know, and had a blast out here and watch some solid high school football. Here we go, takes a snap. Going to go ahead and punt it and get off a good punt. Ball's going to roll down all the way to about the 24-yard line, maybe even the 23 there. That was a read option play without doubt. He clearly had a ton of pressure coming on him.
He was told by the coaching staff, if you can run and get the first down, go for it. If not, just run and just kick on the run. So, you know, we see that a lot of teams are doing that, especially if they don't just have one of those guys who can boom it, you know, out of the stadium there. Once again, like you're saying, Bert, look like the pressure is going to be put back on the Sidewoods defense.
I'm going to give a shout-out to a good buddy of mine, Mike Myers, out from Manvel. Played a lot of golf together over the years, so just sent me a text. We got a good one here. Manvel 49, Sidewood 32, 10:48. King in the backfield takes the snap. Has big time, has a man open. That ball's going to be caught right there by Haynes. He's going to go 10-5, touchdown. Wow. So minute and 24 has come off the clock, and Manville's now at 55-32 over Sidewood.
Boy, I mean, you know, it's almost like that alligator smelling that blood in the water. You know, that blood is in there, and, you know, they're really taking all, they're not leaving anything, you know, for chance. They're making sure that they're going to score because they know the Sidewoods that can come back and score at any time.
An old country saying you don't want to get the wagon out in front of the horse, but as it sets right now, if this game continues, you will have the Katy Tigers and the Manvel Mavericks against each other next week in what could be the game of the state of Texas next week.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that as the game kind of goes on. You know, just it's so much at stake.
All right, well, we're going to stay right here, Gerald, because there's a lot to talk about. A lot of scores going on. Katy today absolutely handled Pearland Dawson today. And so, you know, this Katy team, you know, they got beat by the Woodlands. I think if we remember correctly, it was in the 3rd round this year. But they have come back and really matured in a lot of different areas. This Rodney Anderson, 292 yards today, 6 touchdowns through 3 quarters. Their quarterback did a phenomenal job of managing the game, hitting his receivers before they ever come out of their break. So
not turning the ball over, you know. So I mean, that was always very key because you know, if you're playing teams like this, you can't give them extra opportunities.
No, you cannot. Here's the kickoff. Going to be another short kick right here. Going to be taken around the 20. He is going to get a return here. Cuts back up. Got a little seam right there. Number 15 there on a hard run, going to return the ball. That was Zachary Duncan all the way out to the 40. So like I said, in a normal situation, 56-32, 10:30, way too much time to say anybody's a winner in this game yet.
Oh, there's no doubt. I'm going to look for, you know, with Oprah being a little banged up with that sore ankle, when he gets the ball, I'm going to look for a lot of short throws. It's going to be 1-2, get the ball out. 1-2, get the ball out.
Here we go. Trips to the left. Rolls out right there. Wow, that ball is going to be caught and actually pick up about 3 yards on a play where Hooper clearly showed how good his feet is. Never giving up, rolls to the right, breaks out, rolls to the left, throws the ball all the way back across his body there. And what a nice job.
There is no quitting that young man there.
Number 7, Taylor Tress here on the. He's going to go deep. He's got a man wide open.
Well, I'm a little shocked on that one. I am very shocked on that one because it looked like, from my standpoint, that had to have been a clear pass interference. I did see the DB look back, but I thought it was contact before the ball got there. Obviously, I am not the referee, so we've got nothing called, and this looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Ball put down at the 42-yard line here. Harmon in the backfield. Going to be a flag here, but, man, Hooper was hit hard again.
Yes, I just think that time it might have been offside.
On the defense.
Yeah, that's why he got there so quick.
Looked like he actually was lined up offsides there. So with that, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 yards. Ball will be placed right there around the 47-yard line. So.
Well, the one thing's for sure, Bert, is that there's plenty of time left in this football game if you're a Wildcat fan. So with 10 minutes left, there's more than enough time on the clock.
Hooper brings the man in motion right here. Going to get a free play right here. Oh, yeah, they blew that one dead. I don't know. Might be against the offense there. It looked like the defense jumped, but I see the line judge pointing towards the offense right there. They're going to talk about it. False start. That's going to back them up 5 yards. Wide receiver out there must have jumped offside. So we move it back to where we started.
Oh, that's so unfortunate because they, purposely went on like a silent snap count, so that they can draw them offside. And they draw them offside, and the only one jumped, obviously, was the receiver lined up wide on the left side.
Great turnout here tonight to watch this in the stands and also online. It's just a really, really cool feeling to know that as many people got to watch this game that typically wouldn't be able to watch it live here tonight. And, being the owner of TexanLive.com, I'm so proud to be able to bring these high school football games to you. So proud that I was able to get together with Fox Sports Southwest, and they allow us to be part of this. So, anyway, looking for a long-term great relationship with them. Here we go, 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 yards. Has time, rolls out. Going to throw the ball downfield, and that's just going to be overthrown. And he missed a receiver downfield that broke free right there. I think he was more concerned with picking up the 1st down right there. And Joe, with 9:32 to go, it looks like they're going to send their punt team out.
Well, there is a lot of time still left in the game. The one thing that it just shows to me that, Coach is going to put a lot of faith in his defense that he can get a stop, by his defense and enforcing Manvel. Well, we had a fake there that we're going to, try to pick up the 1st down. But it looked like the kicker kind of slipped a little bit, and once he got his balance, number 11 looked like Colin Scott was right in his face, and thus not giving him opportunity to pick up the 1st down.
That's one of those plays that as a player, as a coach, you look at and you kind of, man, if you're going to go for it there on 4th and we'll call it 8, you leave your team that moves the ball up and down the field. I realize that was probably a read punt type option there, which you don't see a lot of. But here we go. Derek King in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, hands off right there. That's Clay straight there up the left side. Going to gain about a yard on that play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 here.
Number 31, Ray Carson with the stop. Clayton Clay with the carry.
King drops back all day. Going to air it out deep right here. He's got a man wide open right there. Going to be caught. Number 21 right there, Penniman, broke free down that sideline. And now that's pretty much blowing the game out here.
They're setting it to fire. I'm just kind of awed, but to see a young man in high school take a 9-yard drop step and be able to put that ball on the money like he can. I mean, he is a really accurate thrower of the football. And it's
about
impressive.
44 yards there, Gerald.
Hit him right dead on stride. He never broke stride.
Kick is up. Kick is good. Manvel 63, Syewood 32 with 8:49 to go.
Download the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Follow your team, get live scores, plus make game picks. And it all links up with Facebook and Twitter. Change the way you watch high school football. Download for free the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Rice Stadium, the Gallery Furniture Studio. And, you know, my partner Bert was talking about, you know, if the score holds up, that the Mavericks will be playing the Katy Tigers next weekend. And I know there's a lot at stake, especially since I think at this time last year, that's the team that they lost to, and Katy went on to lose in the state finals.
Going to be a squib kick there, returned by the up man right there. Got a blocker out if he can get that edge right there.
Yes, that's Zachary Duncan, number 15. And, you know, he got a chance to get outside. But just kind of, great pursuit. Just kind of ran out of real estate.
Case Munson there on the tackle. Great job of keeping that outside pursuit, not letting him get to the corner. So making him turn back in, and then he made the tackle. So nice job by Munson there.
Well, you know, it looked like in the second half here, the Maverick defense is really tightened up. You know, they've held Syewood, you know, kind of in check a little bit this second half.
Hooper takes the snap right there, hands off to number 24 right there. He's still on his feet, breaking tackles. He's going to get real close. Harmon right there. He's going to get real close to 10 yards. Actually, they're going to give it to him. That's going to be a 1st and 10 right there.
Yeah, that's going to be number 23, Will Lockett, on the stop. And I want to tell you, Harmon is running very hard. He broke about 4 or 5 touches there.
Hooper in the gun here has the ball, and wow, this Manvel defense is pinning their ears back and getting after him.
Like, you know, that's D'Angelo Hernandez, you know, coming in there. But like you're saying, you know, when you get the offense in this position, you kind of know that they're going to be passing the ball. You can just kind of, you know, put your head back and just kind of go.
Hooper takes the snap here. Got a blitz, got a screen set up, and a convoy out in front. Does a nice job of cutting back there. Going to pick up about 9 yards on that play. Ball going to be placed down right around the 40. So
I really like that call. That was a nice screen. As a reaction, it was a back screen coming to the wide receiver coming back across the field.
Wildcats going to have a 3rd down and 8 here.
Safe to say we might be in 4-down territory here?
Absolutely, Gerald. And that means they'll punt on the next play. Hooper drops out here. Nice throw right there. Number 15, Zachary Duncan there on that reception. That's going to be a 1st down. Ball going to be placed down there at the 47-yard line of the Mavericks.
Picks up a Wildcat 1st down.
Hooper takes the snap, going to throw again right away. Quick throw out here. Zachary Duncan there on the reception again.
Complete the 15, Duncan.
Looks like number 92 there is going to be on the stop. Tucker on the stop.
6:40 go here in the ball game. Hooper takes the snap, fakes the handoff, going to throw it again. That ball's going to go off the hands right there.
Hooper's pass.
Number 17 there.
Number 17, Trey Hart.
Trey Hart.
Yeah, looked like I thought that was number 23, Will Lockett on the defense. He was real close to getting a personal foul, I thought there, by throwing the receiver down well after the ball went by, but there's no call on the play.
Hooper in the gun here, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Fakes the handoff, goes back over. Wow, that was close. If he catches that ball, Gerald, he walks in the end zone.
Yes, but I'm going to tell you, the free safety there, he just mistimed his jump, and it was perfect.
But you know what? He mistimed his jump, but he got up high there and got in front of that ball and, made it difficult for C.J. Harmon to pull that one in right there.
I'm kind of glad you said that. Now, everybody back there, when I miss balls, I'm going to tell you, you're absolutely right. He deflected that ball, and you get a blur there, and sometimes it distracts you.
Going to be a late throw out here. It's going to be about 8 yards right there, and that's going to be enough for a first down. So,
how about the presence of mind of Hooper to come off his first and second read, knowing that he had his, out route there. If he got in trouble there and came to it late.
Trip to the left, 1 to the right. Another quick throw out here. Wow, what a big hit right there.
Yeah, that's going to be Deontay Anderson, number 1. Boy, that is a big hit.
Carmouche there on that breakup. Boy, what a nice job. Good timing there of breaking that one up. Trips left, 2 to the right. Hooper's going to be in the gun here by himself. 2nd and 10. Quick slant pattern right there. Nice pitch and catch. I think he's going to make it to the end zone. Nice job right there by the Wildcats. That was number 5, Jarrett Taylor. Nice pass by Hooper to hit him in stride, and he never broke it. He made it right into the end zone. So 63-38. Interesting to see what they'll do here. Will they go for 2? Or will they? Nope. They'll line up to kick the PAT.
What a great pitch and catch by wide receiver and especially the quarterback.
Yeah, Taylor showed some jets there. He clearly turned them on and kicks up. Kick is good. Manvel 63, Cywood 39, 5:52 to go in the ball game.
All right, we're live back here at Rice House Stadium. And this is also, the home of David Bailiff, head coach of your Rice House. And, great friend of mine. I always like to send a shout out to him because, he's been such a great friend. I've had an opportunity to work with him, many years. And, well, we spent a lot of working nights, in that coaching room and coaching staff. And,
Gerald, we know what's coming right here.
Well, I do believe it's going to be evident.
Wow, looked like Cywood recovered it right there.
They got just what they wanted.
Is there any laundry on the field? Doesn't appear to be. And boy, Wildcats
just when you think it's over? Just when you think it's over? Come on now. we said it all along. And I know, you know, they've been hobbled a little bit because their quarterbacks, he look like he's hobbling around, but there's no quit. Absolutely no quit inside Woods, that's for sure. You know, you might look for Woods to take a shot right now towards the end zone.
5:49 to go. They get a quick score here. He is going to air it out right here. He's got a receiver right there. Going to be caught. Holy cow, Gerald. Touchdown.
How about being calling on that one, huh? Listen, just like I said, it's time for a shot going in the end zone, Bert.
Jordan Johnson. And in the last. Wow. So I think I don't know how that works, Gerald, in high school. Is that going to be assessed on the kickoff?
Well, I know in the pros it is. I think you just decline it, I do believe.
Okay.
But there's plenty of time left here in this football game.
Down 63 to 45. They're almost in where you have to go for two.
You know, and I don't have that. We have to talk about that one time. You know, as a coach, you have a play sheet, and it'll tell you when you're down 22, 21, 2. You know, when you're on that odd number, and it'll tell you when to go for it and when not. And
we're down 63 to 45 with 5:42 to go, and know if you lose, you go home. I don't think that's probably on the play sheet. Hooper takes the snap here, rolls out, got a man wide open backside. Going to be caught right there by number 17, Trey Hart. And that's going to make it Manvel 63, Shywood 47. As we thought this game was over, Gerald, hang on just a second.
Just a second.
The Shywood Wildcats don't agree with us.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is in a phenomenal game. And listen, all the pressure is still back on Manvel now because you've got to recover this onside kick. Now, you think it's going to be an onside kick? I got one last time, and I recovered it. Man, there's a lot of pressure here. And it looked like the special teams coach for the Mavericks is spending some extra time, you know, with his hands team. And this is the good hands team that he's sending out there. That means that normally you get a bunch of wide receivers, you know, running backs. It's supposed to be the people that got the best hands on.
Well, and you're down by 16 here, too. So it is a two-possession game in a perfect world if you get both two-point conversions. But they still have to get another onside kick here because the Wildcats defense has not proven that they can stop this Manvel offense. So without doubt, looks like they're lining up in the onside kick formation again. And I imagine that's what you're going to see here.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here. You know, being on the hands team and, you know, was on the front line there is nothing more fearful is to see that ball coming. And the ball takes, you know, obviously bad bounces sometimes.
Well, here we go, Gerald. And that one's going to be recovered by the Mavericks. Nice job there of keeping that ball in front of him, not letting it bounce off right there.
All right, that's number 20, and it's evident that's going to, listen, it's evident it went right back to the same young man that didn't get a chance, you know, to fill it last time, and that's going to be Zach. And that's going to be Shane Jackson, number 28. And the ball came and found him again, so, you know, they got a chance to kick it to the guy they wanted to kick it to.
Gerald, 5:42 to go here in this ball game. Manvel 63, Shywood 47. Kings in the gun here. Wait a minute. Looks like they've made a quarterback change here. Looks like number 18's checked in for the Mavericks at quarterback, Kyle Trask.
Yes, I wonder is King kind of hurt and injured, or they might just want to change the pace here.
Deep out right there. Very lucky that ball was not picked off. Receiver there lost his footing, and ball was thrown out of bounds right there.
Well,
intended for Hempel Maps.
It's good he threw it way out of bounds because Jake Jones, number 10, had a bead on it because the receiver fell down.
Gerald, what's happening here? 3rd down and 10, 5-11. Only 30 seconds have went off the clock right here. So
that's also, when you throw the ball like that, that's one of the, detriments of that is that the clock stops.
Number 3, Clay in the backfield here. Hands off to Haynes right there. He cuts back up the middle. Wow, what a stick right there. Who is that?
Wow, that's number 97, Randall Metlin. Boy, you want to talk about a hit. I mean, he put his helmet right in the chest of the numbers.
And that's going to bring up a 4th and 10, and Manvel's going to send their punting team out here. Cy Wood has 2 timeouts left, 4:46 to go in this ball game. And without doubt, the Wildcats got exactly what they needed there. A 3-and-out. Right now, there's going to be just a little over a minute go off the clock. So they'll get this ball back here with just over 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, maybe, they changed quarterbacks King there, and maybe he just needed a breather. Obviously, they know it's still down.
All right, we're going to go to timeout break here. 4:22 to go, or 4:20 to go in your ball game. Manvel 63, Cy Wood 47.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all vying to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
All right, Joe, looking down here, see King moving around. Don't seem to be any issues with him. I think this coaching staff just made a decision that they were going to go to their backup, get him a little playing experience here in the playoffs in case something does happen.
Wow, I mean, it's an interesting call and scenario.
Wow, lots of pressure, but he did good job of getting that off, even though it doesn't look like it's going to advance very far right there. But a lot better than getting it blocked. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10 with 4:15 to go in this ballgame, Gerald, and we've seen it. Less than 30 seconds with 2 touchdowns.
We have an eternity. For teams like that that, have a high strike capability, they can strike on, 10 or 12, 15 seconds. We just saw that the last possession. So it's going to be interesting for both teams to have put forth, their best effort here to end this ball game.
Yeah, they are. Both teams have 2 timeouts with 4:15 to go here. Takes a snap right here. Going to roll out. Got a bunch of pressure right there. Going to be a holding. So that's going to be, if it's spot a foul, that's going to be at least 10 yards. So without doubt, they'll back them up 10, bring up a 1st down and 20.
I don't care what you say, okay? That offensive lineman would be getting a meal from me if I'm the quarterback, because once he gets around, he would have had a bead, to knock your quarterback out. So we used to always taught as a lineman, just grab out and get a hold and get the penalty. We'll go and fight again, to live another day.
Yep, and Hooper did a nice job there going ahead and rolling out, getting that ball out of his hands. He realized there was going to be a penalty, so he didn't take a shot out there. No risk for that. So here we go, 4:06 to go in the game. Hooper in a pistol-type formation. Going to be a false start there on the right tackle. That's going to move him 5 more yards backwards.
Number 75 on the outfield. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Now it's going to be 1st and 25. So Woods took it over on the 38-yard line and has now moved it back to the 23. So once again, first in eternity on most teams. But right now, this team, all they got to do is
never know.
Find one man down a seam somewhere. Good pressure right there, and he's going to be sacked again and lose about 3 yards on that play. So
looked like 94 D'Angelo Hernandez in on the sack.
Now it's going to be 2nd down and 28. Ball placed down right there on the 20-yard line. They've got to find some kind of quick play here, Gerald. If you look out there, they're in cover 2. Now the safety's starting to ease up right there.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, you look like a quick hitting play, something to get the ball out your hand quick. We know he's going to go up the field.
Wow. That was a coverage sack right there.
Yep. That's number 17 on the sack. That's going to be B.J. Ojo. And like you're saying, it's a cover sack. He didn't have anywhere to go with the football. And you know what? This is a great gesture. See what they're doing there. Coach is getting a chance to take his starting quarterback, Hooper, out so that he can get a standing ovation by the hometown. He's a senior. He's played his butt off tonight. And I take the hat off to Coach, giving him a chance to get that, you know, the hand clap there, because he deserves every bit of that.
Going to be caught right there. And I think he's going to get a first down. Yes, he is. Got a man down here, I believe, Gerald. So we will go to timeout break here.
Coming up with that reception.
Wow, Bert, are you telling? Well, right now, look like we've got an injury timeout, and we'll stay right here. But how about, you know, getting your backup quarterback coming off the bench, and his very first throw is about 25, 30-yard completion on a 3rd and forever. It was 3rd and 34, you know, for him to get that completion, and that's just a good job by that young man. Mavericks that got off on his own accord. And we're going to resume play.
Cam Jones here in the pistol. Takes a snap. Here comes the blitz. Gets that ball off right there. Number 15 on a nice catch. He's going to gain. That was Duncan right there, Zachary Duncan. He's going to get a first down. Ball going to be at 39-yard line.
All right, that's Deontay Anderson for the stop there.
Cam Jones in the gun here by himself. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Going to be a quick slant. He's wide open again. Zachary Jones breaking tackles. He's going to make it all the way down to the 16-yard line. And with 2:05 to go, the Wildcats are on the move.
Yeah, they're on the move. It looks like, you know, the defense for the Mavericks is giving ground a little bit.
And that ball's going to be picked off. Number 11 with a really, really nice job there, Colin Scott.
Wow. Ball just kind of slightly thrown behind. And it's always asking a lot for your backup quarterback to come in and have the same rhythm. You know, obviously, there's a lot, you know, at stake there, you know, when anytime you got your backup quarterback that comes in. But it was just kind of unfortunate that he threw that ball behind, you know, for a crucial turnover. But I will tell you, they have nothing to hang their hat on. They have fought to the end. All right, then look like that's going to be number 3, Quaylen Clay on the carry for the Mavericks. And we're going to get a timeout by the side Woods Wildcats, and they'll take their second timeout. Once again, want to send just a thank you to, you know, everyone that's had an opportunity to be with us and share just a wonderful football game. You know, anytime that TexanLive.com gets a chance to get into your home, we definitely appreciate that. And, you know, share that with all, you know, your viewers and friends that you have there, because we sure give thanks to each one of, you know, you out there that kind of share and watch this football game the day after Thanksgiving. So it was another Thanksgiving post treat that we had here today, Bart.
And what a great turnout we did have. We had over 5,000 people join in to watch this game tonight. So greatly appreciate y'all taking the time. Hopefully we brought a product here to y'all that y'all enjoy seeing. In today's world where the internet's coming on so strong, 4 years ago I felt there was a need for this. So anyway, TexanLive.com. 18 with a carry there. Looked like it was going to be a handoff. Little miscommunication there with the backup quarterback, Kyle Trask. And it looks like Cy Woods will take their final timeout. Minute 39 to go here in the ball game. Manvel's up 63-47. So, you know, Gerald, this is one of those games, you know, and I want to send a shout out, you know, to Mac and Gallery Furniture and what he does for all of the community, for the city of Houston. You know, and he's somebody that's been an inspiration to me personally. I say it all the time. This is a man, great motivational speaker, and a really, really good businessman. And I've got an opportunity to see him and watch what his family's now doing, being involved in his business. But more importantly, you walk into the store, and guess who you see right there shaking people's hand, talking about what's going on? You're going to see Mac. And you know, and he's, like I said again, and I do want to say it, he's been an inspiration to me, and very fortunate to have had an opportunity to meet him a lot of times. And, of course, you do a lot with him on a business and personal level.
Yeah,
so,
you took the words right out of my mouth. He's a wonderful human being.
Kyle Trask here in the gun, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap. Going to be a quick throw right here. Number 31 with the hit right there. Going to be a penalty, though. Not quite sure. Looks like it may be holding, so I think they will put this ball down, more than likely decline that because they lost about 3 yards right there. And so I think they'll make it 4th down, and we'll call it 5 here.
Yeah, they make that 4th down. I'm going to look for the Mavericks to, you know, punt the ball and
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback.
I take that back. It was not. And that will, with a 15-yard personal foul there, give the Mavericks another 1st down. So more than likely you'll see 2 knees here with a minute 36 to go in the ball game. I will give number 31 right there, Wade Carson. What a big stick and what a bunch of nice. He's had a really, really nice game here tonight. He's made some really nice tackles. And another senior. You know, this is his last night on the field here. I'm sure he'll probably get an opportunity if he chooses to go on somewhere else and still continue to play football. But, you know, these seniors, a lot of them will choose to academically or career-wise to do something different after this game's over tonight.
Absolutely. You know, we say that, you know, as we see the Mavericks take a knee. And we've got to give a shout out, of course, to the Cy Woods Wildcats because, you know what, that score doesn't indicate nearly how close this game has been. Okay, we see the score being 63-47, but it was an awful lot closer than that. And they have fought to the dear end, and this thing was a lot closer. I just tell you, it was up and down, and it lived up to the billing. This is a game that lived up to all the hype, all the billing that it had. And it was fun to be a part of the broadcast here at TexanLive.com and, you know, to bring that over to all our viewers.
And this will be the final snap of the ball game. He takes a knee there, and this ball game's going to end up Manvel Mavericks 63, Cy Woods Wildcats 47. And they're going to split them up right here. What a hard-fought ball game. But, Gerald, you know, we talked about it pregame. We talked a little bit at halftime. You know, we had a very, very good ball game at 28-21 at halftime. And, you know, again, turnovers and go for 4th down, not make it.
And I thought the injury to me, the left foot injury to Hooper was evident. I mean, he's limping on the field. There's a shot out, and listen, I'm not taking nothing away from both teams because we already know how high-powered Manvel is. But, I mean, it was just a hard-fought football game with a lot of excitement, you know, on both parts. We saw fumbles, onside kick, Hail Mary. So, you know, it was just a great, hard-fought game. And it's going to set up. We thought this one, you know what, we're going to have to eat our Wheaties and gain, you know, everything that we're going to be needing for next week because now it sets up, the game that everybody around the state's going to be watching. It's going to be the Mavericks from Manvel
and the Tigers.
And the Tigers from Katy. And everybody will be watching that one. There is no doubt about that. As we looking at both teams get a chance to shake, the handshakes, I know, personally as a football player, not many chances, times in life you get a chance to go back and get a second chance at somebody, and last year Manvel got beat at the same game we're going to play next week, to the Katy Tigers. Katy went on to lose in the finals to Cedar Hill. So, they're going to be looking for a little bit of a revenge factor. And, that's going to have all the billing for another great one next week.
Yep, we got Mr. Rob Lynch going down here to talk with the head coaches. And so we'll get their perspective of what they saw here tonight, how they felt about this game. And you got to believe that Manvel felt really good about it.
Yeah, and when I got a chance to talk to Coach Martin, I'm almost sure that, Rob will be talking with him. But I know last week when we got a chance to talk, he mentioned to me his goal was to make sure that he got a chance to play next weekend. And he wasn't saying the weekend. He wanted to get back to play after Thanksgiving was his exact words to me. So, that was evident. And now he's got an opportunity to fulfill that particular goal that this Maverick team had. And, that's just something I know they're very, very proud of.
Derek King with another very solid ball game here. And without any doubt, broke a lot of tackles, was in trouble a few times, did what he does best, scrambling, finds an edge, finds a man downfield, doesn't take his eyes off the field. But, these Wildcats played a heck of a ball game here tonight.
Yes, they do something real interesting. I think this is the first time that I've, observed this. I know we're doing a lot of things a lot of times after the game, but their entire team gets a chance to go shake the hands of all the spectators. And, they get in line and everybody goes to the front row and they single file come all the way down and give a high five and a thanks, for giving them support. And that's just a great job by their coaching staff and the players, to give a thank you for the fans that travel all across, up and down the highways, across the city. And, anytime that you can show your appreciation to your fan base like that, that is something very special. So that's just a great job, by their coaching staff, coaches, and players to realize how important it is to give back to the fans.
That's our hometown bunch right there. All right, Coach Martin, that was big boy football out there tonight. That was probably the fastest and most physical football game I know I've seen all year.
Well, my hat's off to Sidewoods. Coach Faith does an unbelievable job, and what an amazing man. He had his kids playing, for 4 quarters. Every time I thought, maybe we'd put it out of reach, here they came storming back. And, really good team. Great exciting football game tonight. But, man, we got to get a lot better before next week. Them Katy Tigers are really, really good.
Yeah, we talked about your quarterback going in, and you mentioned theirs. He was everything you said he was.
Yeah, he's a special kid too. Really tough. At number 9, that Hooper kid. He was out there on a bum ankle and just gutting it up. And I tell you what, I was impressed with him tonight.
Yeah, well, Coach, we were very impressed with your squad. You guys do a great job, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday, 7:30 at NRG Stadium. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much, and thanks for y'all covering the game, and everything y'all do for these kiddos is amazing. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, Gerald, as much as we want to talk about the job that Derek King had, Quaylen Clay got into the ball game. Hemphill Maps had a sensational game, probably 8 great catches down the field. Tapped it down the sideline where it looked like it was going to be just a little simple 8-10 yard catch, but instead turned out to be a 45-yard catch. Gary Haynes didn't actually throw the ball to himself tonight, but definitely when Mr. King threw it to him, he caught the ball and did a great job of coming in motion, putting the ball in his hands. Once again, I'm Bert Brocker, owner of TexanLive.com. I hope y'all had a great time.
This is Gerald McNeil. We're going to see you next week. So long, and thanks for everything.
That's a wrap, guys.
Here with Coach Faith. Coach.
I'm not Coach Faith. You need to get Coach Faith.
Okay, we're here with Coach Faith. Coach, that was the fastest and physical football game I've seen maybe in 2 years.
That's kind of the style we play, and that's what they do. Unfortunately, we came out, not victorious, obviously.
You guys have nothing to hang your head about. It was an impressive football game. Can't say enough about Mr. Hooper. That was one heck of an effort by him.
He might be one of the, no question, he's the toughest player I've ever coached, and bar none. And I've coached some great players and some tough players, but he is as tough as they get. He can't say enough about that young man.
He left nothing out there tonight. He left absolutely nothing. I was so impressed by his effort. I was impressed by your entire team's effort, Coach. You did a great job out there tonight.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm very proud of our team, of great community. Like I said, it's just a great place to coach, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of this. And we'll regroup and get ready for next year.
You'll feel a lot better about this one in a couple of weeks, Coach. Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it. Thank you.